Hello everyone, this is the Nerd Donaldson's Gaming, and I'm going to be playing 7 Days to Die today. So I have complicated feelings about this game, especially because we'll be playing the 2.0. Um, I love this game. I've got like almost 100 hours in it, which is nothing compared to some people, but like it's enough for me to definitely have felt some changes. I'm going to be making some very specific changes to the new game because there's a couple of things I want to discuss. So first off, the XP multiplier is set to 50%. I think a lot of people would agree with me here. The worst thing about this game is the fact that the end game is just kind of crazy. Like you get zombies spawning in really cheesy ways to kill you. A lot of the new zombies are apparently very much disliked, and I just genuinely like to stretch out the early game a little bit. So 25% felt way too slow. Like you barely gain levels even after an hour or two of play. Whereas 50% still feels it just feels right. So I'm gonna add some random stuff to here. Um, this is gonna be a random world. I miss when the traders are random, and I don't like the Rex just the trader we're gonna get first, but whatever. So anyways, the other thing I'm going to do is disable the Blood Moon. I don't really think it adds anything when you're not playing multiplayer, if I'm gonna be honest. I think it's like either the zombies show up and destroy your base a bit and you die and then the blood moon's over anyways, or you can handle it very easily and it's just some free loot bags. We'll get into the loot bags because some stuff has really changed with that. So we've got storm progression. I'm going to turn biome progression off. It's just, come on, we all know that's a wreck. It's very dumb. As a programmer who's worked with a lot of large corporations, I would probably get in trouble if I put out anything so lazy and crappy. like, not to insult the people, I get that they had deadlines and they probably didn't want to do this either, because I can't imagine wanting to do this. But yeah, that's gonna be off. I've heard a lot of bad things about storms too, but we're gonna try to experience them because I've only done a little bit of testing with the beta. I've got the quest limit up to 8. Personally, I don't really see the quest limit as being anything but a artificial limit. Like, I just want to get the bike quicker. Like, it's so painful to walk around. I want to get the free bike quicker. I also recently tried to just not do trader quest, and getting the workbench is like painful. We're also turning off drop on death. So that's gonna be a little more controversial because I feel like it does take some of the I feel like it takes some of the pain out of death, but like honestly, I think I mostly turn this setting off because I really dislike some of the status effects that last for 2 hours or every time you jump add time to them. Because sometimes we're just going to take a big leap and fix those. It's I just don't like anti-player stuff. And a lot of it can just be fixed, and it just makes it more convenient to do that. So we're going to start generating a new world. So as we're waiting for this, I'd like to talk about my experiences with the new beta. Um, so first off, I've been finding toilet knives. I know that's a funny sentence, but yeah, I've been finding hunting knives in the toilets. I don't know if this is just going to be a me thing or luck or whatever, but it's nice, but it invalidates the early game. Not as bad as it was invalidated by the toilet guns, mind you, but in my last test run, before I finished my first quest, I had a hunting knife. After I had a hunting knife, a machine gun. On the next quest, I immediately found a pipe pistol, level 2. And I already had like 60 bullets between the two guns, so I then completed my next two quests very easily because the knife takes care of most enemies, and I just felt like there was no early game, so we kind of like taken a step back and a step forward. I feel like the last patch, like the loot was almost worthless for a long time, and then this patch is like, well, I mean, I really hated not having the hunting knife for as long as I did on the last game because like it took me forever to get that. The magazines just were not coming and I ended up having to craft it. Then of course I immediately looted one after I crafted it. But yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I just feel like they're never going to get the loot right, and I don't think there is a right loot. I mean, the 0.1% of looting the best gun in the game sounds cool, but it also completely ruins the early game, and it's all up to personal opinion. I feel like it's just going to be one of those things. So my early game, I'm just going to be doing a few quests. I really want to get the bike really quickly. I've also noticed armor pieces are dropping way faster. Like it was a struggle to craft my first set of armor in the last patch, but this time, like before my first few quests were up, I was already almost able to. I was only missing a bit of leather, and I could have made two pieces of armor. Um, Armor's kind of overpowered, but like also not. I'm still really split on how they did the armor because it feels really cheesy and kind of MMO-y. Like anything like increased run speed, sure, that's not like a super big thing, but the seeds, the seed probability chance. Oh, this is interesting. I've also been spawning in weirder places lately, and I feel like I'm really close to a city this time. Like usually you spawn off a little bit in the woods or on a mountain, but this is very close. By the way, I found like a 50-50 chance of that pop-up actually working. This it's not like it matters, but yeah. So we're just going to do the basic quests while I kind of go over a few things I really don't like. So the new zombies, I feel like they're cheesy, weird, belong in a different genre. Like it's more what is that, Killing Floor or Resident Evil or, other games. And I want this to be more of a zombie survival game. I mean, the pukers were a little weird, but that's still within reason. By the way, Bird Nest, they still need to, like every mod immediately puts in a way to, well, not every mod, but a lot of mods immediately put in a way to automate that with a chicken coop. Come on, devs, it's just steal the idea. It's not that hard. Like, the pure reason I don't use bows is just because I don't want to collect the arrows, even if the eggs are, like, super great for bacon and eggs. Although, lately I've been going for pumpkin bread, because it's fairly easy to get in the early game, but not like, yeah, but still, like, good. Not feeling like a waste. Which is something I'm going to be talking about a lot in this game. I really feel like it wastes my time. I'm going to gather up a lot of wood right off the bat, because it just gives me time to talk about that. Between having to, between all the little things they put in to waste your time, it's actually getting really noticeable. Oh, hey, this is also the first big rock I've seen in all of my testing. They've mostly been really small ones like over there. But yeah, the time wasters are getting really noticeable. So I absolutely despise that our first quest is going to be buried treasure. I don't want to do buried treasure. It's one of the ultimate time wasters. This one has gotten a little better, especially the early one, because of the fact that they basically made it so that it's a very small circle to just give you a taste of it, and you can basically, usually I think, I don't know if it's 100%, you can just dig straight down in the center and get to where you want to go. But yeah, I don't like that it's always going to be a buried treasure, because those are the worst quests in the game. Oh, also, I did a tier 3 one very recently. Not only was it the worst, it just felt so unfair. The zombies were spawning ridiculously quickly and very closely, and the hole was very big. It was quite awful. So I'm actually going to immediately decompose these after I finish the quests. I just well, I know that like clubs or sledgehammers are going to be pretty off in this one. I just don't like the feel of it. I really want knives instead, because I've just been super enjoying the hunting knife. It's fast, it's easy, it doesn't use up a lot of stamina. Uh-huh. And it's just been a very fun weapon. It's kind of makes everything below tier 3 invalidated. But also using anything else just feels so bad. The stamina system in this game, the more I play it, the more I've come to hate it. Like, why does it take up an entire bar of stamina to dig a small little hole? Why does it take up an entire bar of stamina to do most things, actually? Um, and that's the reason the hunting knife is going to be our early game goal, just because of the fact that it will invalidate our stamina bar a little bit. Just a little bit, though. I'm kind of split on, so I really like those farms as a location for a base. They have a lot of area. You can see through the grates, but it's nowhere near the trader. I got really, really lucky in one of my test runs, and I had my base right beside the trader. We're talking like 80 meters or whatever the very minimum is. Gotta check for magazines. I don't have a shovel yet. Can I just make a quick shovel? I'm already planning out for a farm, unfortunately. I've played this game enough now that everything's just kind of by the books. Okay, so this is a great example, right? Why did it take up so much stamina to do that? What is the fun potential of using up so much stamina? Is it fun to wait? No. Is it more dangerous? Arguably, like a zombie could actually like wander up in the time that I am waiting on my stamina, but like it just usually doesn't happen, and so it just comes to be a silly little time waster. It doesn't really make it more dangerous because I just look around. It's common sense. I've actually come to really despise that with the quest rewards. Why do I have to carry this axe around to open up quest rewards when I've already cleared it? What is the utility of having to go bam 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 on a chest that should be rewarding me? It's ridiculous. And what's even more annoying is when they put lockpicked chest in there now, which I've noticed more with the farm. Oh, I think there is going to be a farm near him. That's great. But no wait, is that part of his compound? Oh no, I think he's gonna have a faraway compound from the actual city. I hate when that happens, but I might build my own base since he's a little far away from everything else. But I just don't want to build my own base in the early game now because with the loot stages being so heavily capped, it feels bad to have anything built up in the first few areas beyond a few treasure chests for essential things, which is another time waster. Like in my test, I had a forge with a bunch of material in it, and of course,
Congratulations. Here's your reward.
that meant
I've
that
got work
it would
to
take me
can't
like
say I'm
3
not
hours just to get
surprised.
everything out of the forge, and
Good luck, kid.
I'll just make the land claim box to get rid of that. And so I then didn't want to go to the next area because it was really far away, but the loot stage here is so heavily capped. I'm just gonna look behind on the offhand that there might be a building behind him or closer on that road over there, but yeah. Oh, also, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but the zombies seem even twitchier than normal. Like, not so much that it actually affects the game, but I mean, like, I was doing one of those, like, Ranger Park, POIs, and it had a ladder. They got real funny on that ladder, and not funny in a good way. Okay, so this is pretty close. It's got a solid wall, which I'm less of a fan of. I would really prefer it not to be a solid wall. I want to see through it, but whatever. We'll use that. Um, this is also an option, but it's kind of silly. uh, let's see. That's my shovel. I need my... By the way, the zombies in the early game are just such a annoyance. Like, it's not even that they're dangerous. It's that was silly. What the the new animations are really something. But anyways, they're not dangerous. It's just really a hassle because look how much of my stamina I had to use up. It doesn't feel dangerous. I just walked backwards and waited for my stamina to recharge. How is that fun and engaging gameplay? Also, I feel like they went too far in the other direction with the water. I've been able to just survive off of looted water. Like, I eventually make a dew collector just because I have the material for it, but it's not a big deal anymore. I just continually craft and craft and craft of water. And then if I get a dew collector, great. Was that cough? No. I've already got 3 murky water. So I think they intend for the actual, the additive to the actual I can't remember what it is, the pot. I think they intended the pot to be what, there's a dog here. But anyways, they intended the pot to be like the big thing that stops you, but you only need 600 dukes to buy that, which is like 1 or 2 missions, and you're pretty likely to find it on one of those missions. That felt good. Like, that one was one of their not as bad ones, but like, what is this situation? Like, it wasn't dangerous, it was just a mild annoyance. Holy crap. Oh, hey, how'd he hit me like that? Okay. It's just a mild annoyance. I don't think these guys can climb up the ladder, so I'm just gonna ignore them. Oh, cute. Anyways. Like, I think they really need to rebalance their damage to tool uses, because it just does not feel good. Maybe, like, and it's not, like, it's not even that it's, oh, I got the, anyways, it's not even, like, they need to, okay, that's on me for being stupid. Anyways, it's not even like they need to change the actual, like, okay, so this is what I was talking about. I'm gonna have so many armor parts so quickly. I don't know if they got, like, an outcry about how annoying it was to get armor, but they've really increased the loot. But, yeah. So, I completely lost my train of thought there. Oh, wait, no, I was talking about that. Why did I have to pound that open? What did that add to the gameplay that I had to pound that open? I already overcame the trap. There's one that isn't requiring me to pound it open. It's just wasting my time. Like, you probably, after a couple of hours, waste a fair amount of time just, oh, here's the dog. It's bugged. I'm not going to complain, because early game, those guys are a real pain, but as you can see, we're already on our way to our first piece of armor, which will be the 3% increase run, which I believe is the, do I already have some bones? I think I do. Which I believe is the commando boots. I'll have to check myself on that, but that sounds right. Yeah. So, yeah. The, they could just rebalance. Oh god, I sound like I have ADHD sometimes. But, they really just need to rebalance the amount of energy used to the damage done on all of their stuff, because it just feels really bad. I would personally recommend they reduce the damage, but they reduce the damage, they let you do more hits, and they reduce the amount of time that you are just waiting for your stamina to recharge, because that's what feels bad. It's very much one of those psychological things. Ooh, this looks like it could be a really good base, but it's gonna be such a pain. Okay, I can't get you. But anyways, it looks like it could be a really good base, so I'm pretty inclined to try to take it, but 3 stars and with nothing but a spear is gonna be kind of a pain. I might come back for this and just use the other one as a temporary base. Um, so yeah, definitely gonna just use this one as my temporary base. It's got a fence, so it'll be fine. The, I would just really love it if they rebalanced it, because it just feels so bad to sit there and wait, especially when you're digging. Oh my god, I forgot about this. I hate this. At night, this thing is almost impossible to see through. It's ridiculous. Anyways, we're just gonna make some quick storage, which is why I had the additional wood, so I don't have to have too much downtime. I'm not gonna build on the roof because I'm terrified of building on roofs. I had one base collapse, and that was enough for me. Which is, by the way, why I think I'm gonna move over there. The walls are fairly spacious and still on ground level. Oh, also on my testing, I found that those... I forgot to spend my initial points, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So we're gonna take rule 1 cardio because we're gonna do a lot of cardio. We're gonna try deep cuts because we want to try to rush the hunting knife. And, yeah, that'll be good for now. Do I want to put my base inside? I think I'm just gonna put my base outside. You probably heard the complaints about how the, you probably heard the complaints now about how the, this isn't silly at all. About how, the weather kind of doesn't matter unless it's a storm. Yeah, I haven't experienced that yet because I haven't had a storm in my testing, luckily. I'm gonna keep this because I'm gonna take that as my first weapon. But, I just don't care that much. So, ooh, where did you come from? I need to quickly put walls up there. But if the storm proves to be like super damaging, even here, I'll probably move inside. But until that happens, I don't really care. Let's see. Where's our clean water and food? Alright. That looks good. I'm just gonna block that off real quick and put in a door. Is there a door here? No, I broke that door, so I'm gonna need to make a couple doors. Just a few to make sure everything feels good. Blocks. They could call that a wood block or something. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like that. It's just called a building block. It just doesn't feel right. But anyways, yeah. So one of the reasons I'm, woo, what's happening here? I think that'll work. But anyways, I wasted my wood. One of the things that really feels bad in this game now is that I feel like this has gotten even funnier, but maybe that's just me. And we're going to be talking a lot about about things that feel bad in this game, because I really do like this game. I don't think I can emphasize that enough. Like, you don't get to 100 hours in a game without liking it, and I realize that's nothing compared to some people, but yeah. It's just, I've been coming to this point where I don't quit the game, playing a save because I don't come to quitting a save because I feel happy, or I feel done. I quit the save because I feel bad. Like, it's not like Minecraft where, can I not? Sure, whatever. Anyways, it's not like Minecraft where I enjoy the game, I play the game, and then eventually something comes up and I just stop playing. What is this quest? But anyways, I stopped playing. In this game, I've been, coming to a point where it's usually something dumb happens, and it makes me feel bad, and I don't like it, and I stop playing. Whether that be, I should probably just get on with the mission, but I'm gonna do this real quick, because it's been getting weird lately, like it just kind of disappears, and I would like to do it just for the sake of having finished it. And, oh, torch. There we go. Sure, whatever. But yeah, it's not like Minecraft where at some point something else just comes up, I forget about it, and then eventually I think about it again and I want to play it, and I start a new save just because I enjoy playing it, and the early game is just as fun as the late game. You know what? I'm ignoring this quest that's getting kind of out of hand. Um, let's see, buried supplies, at least it's close. Just like, it's usually around tier 3 lately that it's just a zombie swarm spawns in some place I've already cleared, and that just makes me feel bad. I need to move my base, but it's going to take 3 hours to remove everything from my forge. Um, I haven't I've gotten to a level of having everything I need, and I want to build the next level, but I need to arbitrarily get more magazines, and I need a lot of them before I can craft this next thing. That feels really bad. And I've just been finding more and more of these situations where the game feels bad, and I don't want to play anymore. And I don't want that to be the case. Like I said, I enjoy this game. It's it's just a fun game, especially if you're like I mentioned this earlier. But if I was playing with friends, I would have the Blood Moon on, and it would be a blast still. Like, in fact, sometimes the bad parts make the game good when you have friends to play with. But if you're playing solo, it's not great. Um, so I just want to point out these. Now this is good. This is a step in the right direction. That's adding engagement, that's adding atmosphere, that's making it look nice. So yeah, congratulations, kudos on that one. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. Hail of the damage done to a block, hail of the amount of stamina it takes to, we're going to, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be straight down, so I'm going to do this. But hail the damage it does to a block, hail the amount of stamina it uses, and let me just continually use it at a rate where roughly my stamina, yeah, I knew that was going to be the case, stamina recharges, and then it would just feel much better psychologically. Not even, it doesn't really matter if it actually affects anything. It can take the same amount of time to destroy a block. I just want it to feel better when I just, I don't want to stand here and wait for my stamina to regenerate. Oh! Oh! Oh boy. This is gonna get dumb. Uh, yeah. By the way, tier 3, boy, these ones are awful. I was doing a tier 3 on my test. They spawn constantly. I couldn't find the buried treasure. You know how it goes. The reason no one takes those. Yeah, anyways, why... I mean, sure, I just got a tutorial for how that works, but it was pretty obvious how it worked. I didn't need the tutorial. I would have preferred to do a fetch quest. Oh, critical. I would have preferred to do a fetch quest or a clear quest. Anything but that quest, honestly. As a side note, I have still never done a, just want to see if there's a magazine. I have still never done a, I'm just gonna outrun that guy. I have still never done one of those electricity wire quests just because you have to do it at a specific time, so who cares? Also, I feel like they've increased the drop rate of modifications. In my test, each time I did it, I had a first I had a weapon mod, um, the 2x scope on one of my first loots. That one I just got the hunting damage, I believe it was, and I can't remember what I got on the other test, but it's just kind of gotten crazy. Like I feel like they've upped the drop rate of mods a little too much, maybe. And I know you have to craft. That was the schematic.
Now
I
that you
mean,
did,
specific.
if you want some
This feels bad, by
fancy
the way. I
good
hate that they
afternoon
just give me a
greeting,
gun.
go suck up to Trader Joel.
Cause
If you want, well,
really.
come
Oh
to
wait,
think
wait,
of it,
wait.
I do have to
Ah,
get moving,
dang! I
jackass.
should have
This
taken
don't pay
the
well, the
I should have taken the honeysuckle one because that one has a ton of that one has a ton of mailboxes in it. But anyways, oh well. I'm not used to actually looking at them. I probably have enough room in my inventory. So I have 23 bullets and a machine gun. That's more than enough to clear most tier 1 POIs, even if I want to conserve the bullets a little bit. What's more likely going to happen is something annoying is going to happen and I'm going to unload a clip up of whatever you call that. I actually I'm not really a super gunny person, so I don't really know if it's a clip, a magazine, or whatever. Don't. If you want to correct me, feel free to. I don't take offense to that kind of stuff. But yeah. So our murky water's up to 4. We will have a, with any luck, we will have we'll have a drop for the pot before we get to the point we have 600 dukes. But if we don't, we can buy one for 600 dukes, and water is now invalidated. In our survival game, water is now invalidated, which, once again, like I said before, I feel is just swinging around too much. Like before, the Dew Collector was too important and too. I'm just gonna let my stamina regenerate, which feels bad, but really, this one's might as well get my sneak bonus in. Ooh. Oh, hey, that animation's not bad at all. But yeah, that one was something else. 30 seconds of my life wasted. But yeah, see, this is an excellent example. So let's see what this can make. I could make shotgun shells. I'm not going to use them though. Not my thing. This requires a specific book. This requires books. Those are useless. Don't even loot them for now, because they're going to be everywhere anyways. That feels bad. That just feels bad. I'm going to like try to point out when something feels good, but yeah. I'm pretty sure this mailbox resets, so we're going to game that. Excellent flags. That feels good. Yep. I'm gonna deal with that guy before I go in. I'm also having to learn what's actually worth looting now, because like toilet. I mentioned the toilet hunting knives. So toilets are worth looting because you can invalidate water and get nice weapons at the same time. Um, where did that guy come from? I just heard something. I think he might be on the other side there. Ah, there we go. I feel like they overuse those. I've already had that twice in a row. I might switch to a knife just because the spear's feeling really bad at this early point. And I think since I have a couple points in the knife, it'll probably be better. Um, so yeah, loot priority. Hey, remember when there was that zombie in every one of these? I feel like they've cut back on that, but I can't know. So this right here tells me there's a zombie. They need to cut back on that. Every single zombie has a trigger now, I feel like. It's not a good feeling. They have definitely increased the rate at which infections and bleeding happens, and I'm not a fan of that. The bleeding feels really bad in this game. Um, it just feels really, really bad. Like it's either invalid because you have so many bandages, it's ridiculous, or I don't know if I really need to be looting this. Great job. But anyways, I said that really sarcastically, and I don't mean to be mean to the devs because like it's not that bad, but that's it's one of the I don't know their engine a lot, and it could just be a huge challenge to fix that, and it's not really that important. It's just so immersion breaking when you see a all right, we're getting close to our first piece of armor. We just need the little more leather, I believe it was. But it's just so immersion breaking when something stands like that. Zombie. They really need to cut down on those. I know the zombie's there if that's there. I'm mostly looking for a grill because I've had really good luck of getting grills in kitchens. Nope. Well, I'll take food. So yeah, water's invalidated. Food's not really going to be a problem for a while. I don't really need these. I just kind of collect these insanely. So, where do you think the trap's going to be? Nope. Okay. That's nice. Loot priority. Toilet. Come on. Hunting knife. Nope. I'll probably ditch those, but it depends on if I can get them back. Okay, I think I remember this room being really crap, but it might have been a higher tier POI. I don't know, but I had a room very similar to this, and so basically I go up there, a bunch of zombies spawned, and then they like did this weird hopping thing, and I couldn't hit them properly, but they could hit me, and it just felt really bad. All right, we're up to 2 armor pieces. Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of books. I really feel like they've upped the book rate because well, I mean, who actually liked who actually liked being gated by a book being missing? Machete parts, that's good. I really don't know if I'm over prioritizing concrete. I mean, it's such an easy way to get it, so I guess whatever. But yeah. I also haven't really decided if so to my understanding the power attacks don't really don't really do anything. Like it takes more health but uses more stamina. That just wasn't good. But yeah. And I haven't decided. There is definitely, yeah. I feel like I'm just kind of off now. Okay, so this is wasting my time. This is my reward. I've already killed a house full of zombies. Why do I need to do this? That's what, 4 or 5 seconds of my life? And then another few seconds? All for that. This game. Anyways, I love it, I really do. Trying to be positive, trying to maintain positivity, but like, this was right here. This is the correct way to do it. Like, when you're rewarding someone, you don't take things away. I already have more bullets. I will probably have a 9mm soon. That's good. I like the baton a lot, but the knife is probably a little better. Don't know. I think I'm in general, by the way. Okay, so no chance of dysentery. I don't really 100% know if dog food would cause dysentery. However, I feel like eating dog food is probably really bad for you. I've never checked a can, but because I'm a sane human who's not going to eat dog food. But I've never checked a can of dog food, but I feel like it's probably going to hurt you if you eat it. How am I supposed to get out of here? Am I just having a dumb moment? I think I'm having a dumb moment. Oh yeah, I can just climb out here, right? But yeah, I feel like eating dog food should like have a health detriment or something. Maybe some kind of debuff or something. I know I said I hated debuffs, but maybe a short debuff. Because I'm not gonna try it to prove anything, but I just feel like if I went into the kitchen and ate my dog's dog food, I'm probably gonna throw up at the very least. Um, but yeah, it's just kind of wild. I mean, I 100% believe toilet water is going to kill you if you drink it, so I understand it having the debuff, but like, why not dog food? It's all very arbitrary. Speaking of arbitrary, I'm not a fan of the inventory system in this game. I think there should be two ways. Either we just cut these off and they're only accessible through upgrades, and we don't have a debuff to movement, or or we just have an inventory. Like, what does the debuff add to the game that makes it good? I would argue it just makes it so you have to. So the idea is that it just makes it so you have to wait till you see this at night is so bad. But anyways, it makes it so the game needs to. You have to choose what you want. That's the idea there. I will organize these later. I swear I will. My wife's pretty OCD, so I understand that for people with OCD that can be really painful to look at. But I'm gonna organize those. I swear. 4 machete parts. Wow, that's a lot for such an early point in the game. I'll keep these because I'm probably gonna get a pistol pretty soon. We're well on our. How many? Right. I think we need a crafting table to make those. Crap. Armor kit. Oh no, no. I think we can duct tape. Are we actually to the point where we could get a commando boots already? I have to check. No, we don't have the leather for it. That feels bad. Did I put my money here? Cause I didn't have money. Could I make a pistol real quick just to have it? I've been getting a lot of them, but um no. All right. Anyways, I'll probably just loot one, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah. Um, where was I? Oh yeah. I don't know. I can't even tell what's gated and isn't gated anymore. It all just feels so arbitrary. I'm gonna use that word a lot. Arbitrary. I might even put up a counter. Also, I love the change where these guys don't
Happy
just kick you
hour.
out at
Well,
night. I don't know.
I
Maybe
guess
they
I'm gonna have
do.
to
I,
pay
I
you
feel like in my
now that you
testing that
did
didn't
it.
happen. Bartering with a. That's funny, but I'm gonna take the crafting steel bundle because I think that might be the best one. Oh yes,
If you want a
honeysuckle. That's
job
the
for
one I was
good
telling you
luck,
about earlier
you
that
better
has
not
all of
make me
the
regret this.
magazines in it. And also, I'm pretty sure a dog spawns in the honeysuckle, and well, it's a zombie dog, so I don't have to feel bad about turning it into leather. I love dogs, by the way. I have two. I have an Australian cattle dog and a golden retriever. I love them both equally for very different reasons, and I just wanted to give my dog loving credentials after saying I would turn them into leather. I just feel like that was a necessary qualifier. So I really don't know if I should be bothering with trash on the ground. I haven't gotten any good loot out of it in this patch, but like in the last one, I feel like 80% of my iron came there until I got the scrap wrench. We'll just kind of play around with it and see what we get. Fair amount of fuel. That'll be good when we get the motorbike. Plenty of murky water. Our farm utensils will be coming soon. I don't know why I called them utensils. That was kind of a brain fart on my part. But our see, completely invalidated the threat of zombies, but I still have to wait 3 seconds to open this. And there's wooden blocks in the ambulance. Why is that even in the loot pool? Why? Anyways, speaking of the dogs I love, I think we're getting a delivery, so you may be hearing something that I'm going to have to mute out. Alright, so this, I believe, is the one with all the mailboxes. I'm going to real quick move. Oh crap, that's the dog I told you about. That's the dog. Yay, leather. Sweet, sweet leather. Is there meat too? I thought these guys gave meat. Feels arbitrary. But yeah, I'm gonna loot all these mailboxes real quick. By the way, the zombies feel a little bit faster. It could just be the animation, but to me they feel a little bit faster. Alright. mailbox, mailbox, mailbox. Lots of mailies. Oh, I wonder if this is oh, here's one. I wonder if, no, I already looted it. Random, because before when I came through here, I looted like 4 mailboxes, I want to say. Well, whatever. I was excited for those mailboxes. Let's see if I turn around and they're different. Oh, hey, a snake. I've noticed these guys have been spawning earlier, and I hate them. I should just switch to my spear, honestly. It's leather, though. Oh, I can get I can get meat from a snake, but not a dog. Okay. I don't 100% know a lot about YouTube's algorithm, but I should probably stop talking about dogs. Oh, there's the dog. Absolutely, absolutely hate that debuff. It's so arbitrary. It's just there to make the zombies dangerous. That is a lot of leather really quick. I'm going to be able to make armor in no time. I'm really happy about that too, because in the last patch, I feel like I did not get a lot of animal spawning. Like, I saw maybe a rabbit and a chicken in half an hour, and so it was making it really hard to, make armor. It took me, I was almost to tier 3 before I had the full set of armor I wanted, which is the one you've probably seen from a video. I'm not gonna mince words. By the time you get to tier 3, you just need to be cheap. I'm already infected, so what does it matter if I take a few hits here and there? This one is only, food, right? Yeah, because I don't want to, I want to save the, ones that have water and food for when I need both. Hey, any reason why I can't just pick this up and use it to cook water in? Alright, so the zombie is, yeah. There's always a big zombie in the one with the reward chest. See how much better this feels? It doesn't matter if I'm doing more damage, it just matters that I get to do something. It just feels good. Like I said, I'm still deciding what my priority on loot is. I've not been having a lot of luck with, like, cabinets and stuff. I know eventually, I want to say eventually, you can loot the, I want to say eventually you can loot acid from cabinets, but I'd have to check that skill. So it might become more oh yes, the pot. Now if I can just get a grill and put my dukes in, okay, pumpkins, we're getting some good loot here. More books. I really feel, okay, so that's my second mod already. My time waster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 6 seconds wasted on something that should be a reward, because that guy wasn't a joke. He was a fairly hard zombie for the early game. Reward might be a strong word for it, by the way. I don't actually remember which ones of these have zombies in them. I think most of them do. Yeah, there we go. They're either behind the curtain over here or in that little hallway niche. It's not hard to figure that out. By the way, I feel like it's stupid that they also these bags don't have anything but magazines. No toilet, come on toilet. No toilet knife. I feel like it's weird that you can't harvest a piece of cloth with a knife in one cut. Alright, we're getting close to having a pipe pistol with that loot. I don't remember what order I've been to these in, so I think I need to go to this one. By the way, if you get the chance to come to this one, I really recommend it. There's usually only 1 or so zombies in each of the cabins, but the loot's pretty good. You're fairly likely to get a pot right off the bat, some food. I think I got really lucky the first time I came through here because I got the pipe pistol in the loot too, so it's got some pretty good stuff in its loot pool. And lots of toilets. You need to hit the toilet so you can invalidate water and you might even get a knife. Painkillers. I'm kind of split on if I even care about playing the painkillers. I get that they're useful to have, but like inventory wise. Where is he? Ah, Sheep, right. Dang, that was stupid of me. I really thought I was on the other side of that door. Okay, that was sheep. Come on, you were on the floor. You're not supposed to do that. But yeah, bleeding, infections, they've all gotten so much more common. And huh? They've gotten so much more common, and it does not feel good. Like, you cannot keep up with just honey in the early game. The honey needs to either be increased and spawned, or the infections need to be decreased. And what makes that even worse is, from what I understand, the new spitter zombies are basically a guaranteed infection. So, like, you're just infected all the time. We're gonna take knife again, just because that's gonna be my main weapon for a while. They've never really been able to get those doors to not look a little ridiculous, have they? I haven't gotten anything good out of the bathtubs, but we're going to have to make so much ammo for the early game. Like, I've already got over 40 bullets, and I haven't really needed to fire a shot. But yeah, we're going to need to make a lot of farm blocks, so I can't really complain about those. Alright, so we're getting back to that slowdown happening. Do I want to ditch loot, or do I want to... The paper's useless. I'll keep the plastic, because even through the... Oh, hey, I already have beer. They need to remove that stupid effect that makes you feel like you're going to puke when you drink the beer. I get it's kind of like thematic and stuff, but it's so bad. Like, I'm almost immune to motion sickness, and it feels bad to me. I can't imagine, like, if my wife played this game, she'd just throw up if she had to see that. Like, anyone who's not, like, super, like... So I have a condition in my ear. You're still alive. Yeah, I have a condition in my ear where if I tilt my head in a specific way, like, there's these little crystals in the water that tells you what's up and down. Another mod. Like, they've really upped those. But, and so suddenly up is down, down is up, my eyes roll against my will. It's awful. It took me like it's been happening my entire life. It's a benign thing that just happens to some people, and it's often called top shelf vertigo for older people. So I am almost immune to motion sickness because once you have thrown down a hill in a wheelbarrow just randomly happening when you turn your head at night, you've got a pretty high tolerance to that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's the blurry. There's just something about that blurriness that just makes me want to vomit. I already have. Okay, so come here if you get the option in the early game. I already have 2 of these, and lots of ammo, fair amount of food. This one's a food water, so I'll save it. But yeah. Anyways, super immune to that, and it bothers even me. Like they need to do something about that. That's just not good. So, as a web developer, I was working with a marketing team, and so one of our things was we were working in childcare in Australia. So we were super ADA compliant. Like regulators were super honest about that, and so I'm a lot more sensitive to ADA stuff than most people. It was a large part of my job for a long time, and I think it just needs to be removed. It's not good. It's just bad. It actually hurts people. Any feature of your game that actively hurts people is bad. So yeah. So I don't use the beer even though it has some nice benefits. I'm sure there's a mod that just removes it because there's always a mod that removes things like that. Anyone remember in Dragon Age when they had, if you played Dragon Age, there was the spiders that would spawn. They'd come down from a web and just go to the floor, and people with arachnophobia hated that. So there was a mod. I think this was Dragon Age 2 specifically, and the mod replaced the model for the spiders with a dog. Oh wow, 250, not bad. But replaced the model for spiders with a dog, so you ended up having this really weird situation where a frozen model for a dog just comes down from the roof with a string in its butt. And for a lot of people, that was actually worse than the spiders, but for arachnophobes, it was better. See, that's the exact example of what I like to bring up for when I'm talking about ADA compliance. Just because it's up to the person, and you're not gonna hit something that's look how awful this is. By the way, it's only gonna get worse the further into the night we go. Um, but yeah, different things for different folks. You can't cover everyone. Some people prefer dogs with strings. Some people hate that. It's up to the individual person. I swear I will organize this soon. It's up to the individual person. But yeah, never assume. Always. I'm gonna save doing that for after I turn the question. Hey, look, the zombies can arbitrarily run now because the time of day changed. That makes so much sense. Like, explain that. Explain that to me. I'm sure if you watch Roanoke Gaming, he could probably come up with something that makes that make sense, but it's a stretch. But yeah, anyways, also just in time, I just used up my last free water, and I can now make infinite water. Great. But yeah, the I'll do some campfire stuff to waste some time at night. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the episode on the days.
Looks
I don't.
great.
I didn't
Here
really
you
have a
go. Don't
idea on
spend
that,
it
so
all in
two.
one
That'll probably
place.
give me 2 or 3 quests a day, and so this one's hard because I don't actually care about this. Lockpicks can get you some nice stuff, but they're so random. Grilled meat's kind of worthless because I have plenty of food. Cornbread's nice. 55 mil. I think I can make the. I'm gonna go with the 50 because
Take a look,
the
buy some
zombies at this
shit,
point
and
aren't
get the
really
hell out.
dangerous. I'm also gonna see if I can get the. Excuse me. I can get the tempting. I've got to admit, but I don't think I have the dukes for it. Oh, he sells jars of honey. I think he always did it, but like that's kind of steep. I think I don't care. I'll just yeah, I'm gonna save up for the cooking
Some
girls
days
because
I don't even
those
know
are a little
why I
harder to get
open the
than the
doors.
I should get the mission. Those are a little harder to get than the pots lately. I have had luck looting the grills, but not that much luck. Sean Shack sounds
Oh,
easy.
look, can't say I'm not
But
surprised.
yeah, my goal is going to be about
Good
3 missions a
kid.
day, 1 day per episode. But I don't 100% know. Where's my house? Hmm. Jeez, it's almost an Aurora. Actually, that's more than an Aurora. That's actually like just full-on alien effect in a bad sci-fi movie. So yeah, we'll just do some base stuff. I want to see if I can make the commando boots soon-ish. Um, we'll lock that. Let's see, commando boots, we'll start with that. We need armor 3, that's what's blocking it, right. So we'll probably, whenever we can, take the option of getting, I'm gonna make some farms. We'll take the option of getting the skill perk builder, because I feel like they've, or the skill point bundle, because I feel like they give out armor stuff really often in that. I'd say I get an average of 2 books per. A lot of rotten meat. Why did I put my rocks away? I like to keep that on hand in case I need to. 2 repair kits feels excessive for this. Alright, we got the letters. So the only thing blocking us from building armor is the books, which feels bad. Let's see. Can I build the pipe pistol, though? Pipe pistol. No, I'm 1 pipe short. Unless... I think I can just scrap this. I don't plan on using it anyways. Potato seeds, pumpkins, coffee. That's good. We can start making coffee pretty quickly. I need a campfire. It's kind of weird that we don't, like, at some point make an oven, by the way. Don't know why, but whatever. Let's see. We will put one of our... Huh? Does that speed it up? I've never seen that before. Well, whatever. So why don't we have a button to just fill fuel to whatever we need? Cut this in half, put the fill, turn on, off buttons right beside each other. Just a thought there, devs. I don't know what you're working with, so I can't criticize you, but I don't know, it just seems pretty obvious to me. Glue. What do we need to make glue? Right. We need water, bones. We got plenty of bones. That's a fair amount of water, so I think I'll just wait till I loot. Actually, you know what? I am going to do some inventory. This is gonna be, scrap. So metal and stuff. Let's grab all of our metal and pieces. I'm going to stretch the definition of scrap, by the way, so I want to apologize. It's just going to be basically parts. I should have probably I'm going to call it parts. Lead. By the way, it is ridiculous how far you have to go to get something as simple as antibiotics and honey being so low. It just does not feel good with the infection rate. Does not feel good. These are parts as far as I'm concerned. Perhaps. I should put that. It doesn't matter. I don't care about noise. It doesn't matter anymore with the spawns. This one's gonna be farm food. Eventually we'll split those out, but for now that'll be fine. Loot all. No, other way. R. That's the button. So this is gonna be food farm. Can I make a farm? Speaking of, yes, just one, but we can make one. So, do these do anything else? I think there's a food recipe, but fun. I've gotten that recipe more often lately, by the way. I'm also gonna just for now put medicine stuff in here. We'll fill that out later. I just don't care too much at the moment. Also, I've been carrying around a door and a pine cone. That's excellent. Potato seeds. My potatoes. I still maintain farming is one of the better mechanics in here because it's kind of real. I don't know how many of you guys have ever planted a farm, but a lot of it's just waiting for your for your plants to grow, and then wondering, well, are they gonna grow? It says like X to Y weeks, but farm. And what's this? This is just gonna be general. I will spread that out more. Actually, you know what? That could go in parts. That's gonna go in parts. That's gonna go in parts. This is food. That's medicine. That's parts, as weird as it is. This can just be in general stuff. Well, actually, you know what? Leather is a part. Leather is scrap. I know, I'm being so arbitrary right now. This is probably going to evolve into weapons, I think. I want to say this is going to be weapons and fuel. And then eventually weapons will get their own. Actually, you know what? That's food too. You know what? A sandwich is food. Even if I'm never going to actually eat it. I regret making those two doors because now I don't want to get rid of them. But actually, you know what? General. Oh wait, that's kind of becoming weapons too. I'm awful at organization. I can just feel the people who are a little OCD just hating me for this. I know my wife would watch this and be so mad at. Like, she just organized our refrigerator, and suffice to say, I got a very stern warning that if I unorganize it, I'll be unorganized. Love my wife. Just making a quick joke. Honey, if you hear this, please don't. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Anyways, wife humor. It's the most dangerous humor. I'll just keep the dukes because I go back and forth on that. Like, do I want to keep them or not? You get so many wheels before you... You know what? I've just stopped caring. How's my water going? Perfect. So, let's see. Yeah, this feels fine. I need to sell those. I need to scrap this. Let's put these on my inventory just to have them. Alright. So I think that's... I want to say 10%. That gets to the point where... that gets to the point. Okay, so it's officially day 2. I'm 5% infected. I have a crap ton of ammo. My next goal is to make the pipe pistol. So I'm gonna call this one an episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. If you like cooking, you can find us at the Nerd Donaldsons on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you want. This is the Nerd Donaldson Gaming, and I'll see you on the next one.